And, you know, most of us, we go into a shelter, we think, well, we want to be the hero and we want to save these animals. And why is that? Why do people think that they need to? It's because most of these animals that are in these shelters are being euthanized. Euthanization is also known as assisted suicide. It's when animals are killed with injections, or there's gas chambers, or they're being shot, or anything like that. It basically means to take deliberate action and express intention of ending the life. Euthanization of animals in shelters is wrong because the only reason why they are killing the animals is because they do not want to overpopulate the shelters. When really, when did people assume that they can just kill anything they want when it is illegal to kill people? Animals should be no different. There's 3 reasons why I'm going to tell you today why animals shouldn't be euthanized. The first reason is because you cannot measure the pain tolerance that the animals are going through, especially when it is like a gas chamber or decompression chambers. The other reason is because in today's society, people don't see, animals as anywhere equal to people. Animals are seen as, pets, pretty much. And the last reason is because there's other options other than euthanization. And like today, I'll tell you that there's a program called the Prison Pet Partnership, which helps jail inmates. And then there's another one called for the troops, called P2V. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you about is that animals shouldn't have to be killed in this inhumane way. Also said by PETA is that inhalants, decompression, drowning, electrocution, shooting, and other methods are also unacceptable because they rarely provide an instant death and cause suffering before death occurs. Nitrous oxide, halogen, and carbon monoxide gases can be expensive and unreliable and cause irritation and excitability in the animals. Carbon monoxide poisoning causes animals to suffer horribly while they are slowly suffocated. Decompression chambers simulate an ascent to 1,000 feet above sea level in matters of minutes. In many shelters that use this method, decompression occurs at rates at the speed of 15 times faster than the recommended rate. It's honestly crazy to think that they actually do these in shelters and that they treat animals so horribly. And in this right here, I'm showing you that this is from the Holocaust. This is the gas chambers that they used to put the people in. And then this is the gas chambers that they used to put the animals in. So, I mean, if they didn't want to do these to the people and they think this is horrible that they did it to the people, why would you do it to animals? Which brings us to our next topic. Animals should be seen no different than humans. The only difference is that animals are on 4 legs and people are, or animals are on 4 legs and people are on 2 legs. We say that we're the better race and that we play the hand of God at times and we decide who gets killed and who gets to stay alive. One person from an article actually said that the fact is 4 out of every 5 animals that passed through the shelter during the 3rd quarter of last year were put to death. The euthanasia rate has spiked as high as 98% in recent years. Animals in these shelters have holding times too, where they're only allowed to stay for I think cats are only allowed to stay for 72 hours before they are killed. And in another article, it was said that 56% of dogs and 71% of cats that enter the animal shelters have been euthanized. I mean, it's pretty sad to think that, the majority of animals that go into these shelters are killed. There are other options than killing these animals. Okay, so here's my prevention of how we could actually fix this. The first thing that I found was about the Prison Pet Partnership, and this is where the people, I think it's there's 500 animals that were saved, and the inmates at Washington, I think it was Washington, that they trained the dogs and they were able to help them, and they trained them for handicapped people. And then another program that I found was called the P2V. This helps veterans that come home from war by giving the animals to them, like helps them like recover and anything like that. P2V has taken the idea of therapy to dogs to a new level. It's bringing together the hurt soldiers. Brings together the hurt soldiers and dogs and cats and transforms an outlet for both. In just over 18 months into operation, the nonprofit organization based in Arlington, Virginia, has already paired 40 vets with the shelter dogs. These are only 2 options that there are. There's probably many more, but these are 2 of the ones that I found. So, in conclusion, animals shouldn't be euthanized because of the pain that they are put through. Their life should be just as important as humans. And last, there are other options other than killing these animals. Euthanization in shelters is wrong because the only reason why they are killing these animals is because they did not want to overpopulate the shelters. When really, how can you say that you can kill these animals in the first place? So my question to you is, when did people get to play the hand of God? That's it.
Good job.